Could you be a vegetarian?
Oh, easily, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
For how long? You say this now,
I
but
just love the way you're saying this. Like, it's such a brave thing. Like, I could do it. I could live on veg. Me and my vegetarians all around the world are just like, this motherfucker.
Well,
I will fully admit I could never.
Listen, the two things I care about most, beer and coffee, vegan friendly. I'm good to go. Also, I've had vegan food, specifically in California, because their vegan game is off the charts.
To be fair, it's gotten way, way better.
It is insane. I'm sure some of the foods are terrible for you, but their vegan level is through the roof. They make shit that tastes way better than anything I could ever get.
Totally.
Like normally, just vegan. I'm like, how are you doing this?
Look,
what are you putting in this food?
The hard choice has never been giving up, like, okay, going like a vegetarian life or something like that. To me, it's always like the biggest factor out of anything in terms of a choice is convenience. Yeah. You know, it's like sometimes, all right, it's sometimes you just gone out for a bender and it's like 1 o'clock and you're like, do I really want to be thinking about like, oh, am I eating something vegan or vegetarian right now? Or do I just order a fucking Mackey's because I'm like fucking drunk?
I think you just adapt. You get pretty...
I'm going to order a Mackey's after this recording. I'm already not thinking about it.
I think you just get really used to just thinking about that kind of stuff. And it's just a different... And you just get very... I speak to vegetarians and some vegans... I don't like to associate with them normally, but when I do associate with them, it's just easy. I asked them, especially in like America. America, it's very easy. In Japan, it's obviously a lot harder.
It's getting a lot easier though, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's a vegan chain. I think there's one in Shinjuku and.
Oh, dude! I mean, like you think like 5-10 years ago in Japan, like the concept of veganism didn't even exist here.
This is one place where I think one of my favorite pastas in Japan is gluten and vegan, and it's just god tier. I don't know how they do it. What are they putting in there?
As in gluten free and vegan,
gluten free and vegan free pasta and vegan
vegan free.
No vegans allowed. No vegans allowed. And
we didn't put any vegans. It
is like my honestly like top 3 pastas for me in Japan. It's so fucking good.
Really?
Yeah, and they do a vegan tiramisu. It's god tier. Like I don't know how they're doing this. Probably a lot of sugar and a lot of fat, but still very good.
Well, it makes you think how much of the culinary world is based on like very few things.
You can add a lot of things to make stuff tasty.
No. Like we've gotten so used to like imagine the Western culinary world.
Yeah.
If cows didn't exist, like.
We're fucked.
Yeah. Like
cows are literally like Zeus holding up the wall right now.
Like, well, what happens if we don't have cow and fucking wheat? Well, we're fucked. You know, like so much of it is based on things that few animals can provide. Yeah. Go for it.
If the Impossible Burgers, the no meat burgers, taste as good as normal beef burgers, will you just be like, yeah, I'm not gonna eat any more beef?
I don't really care.
Yeah.
Me neither. Well, actually, because I stopped. Burger King in Japan had a plant-based burger, and I thought it tasted way better than their actual burgers.
Yeah.
And they stopped doing it. I'm like, why?
Well, your first problem is eating Burger King. So.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes I wanted like the burger, and I didn't want to get McDonald's, and I used to go to Burger King because they had the plant-based one. It was so fucking good.
Like to me,
I'm fucking rid of it.
To me, the big choice isn't going like vegan or like meat based, plant based, all this shit. Just give me shit that tastes good. That's all I really care about. Yeah. You know, if it tastes good, I'm not really gonna care.
I've had plenty of like vegan dishes at like restaurants and like cafes and stuff where I'm like, okay, yeah, this is really fucking good. Like it's absolutely amazing. But I've also had vegan, dishes in some restaurants and cafes where I'm like, this is kind of ass. Not gonna lie.
It's a lot of the times. Because I've had I remember my first time trying vegan cheese, and it's very similar to trying non-alcoholic beer, where it's just like, it's like,
listen, it looks like cheese.
I know this is like...
If you're vegan, right, you can't have cheese, right? But you have that cheese itch. Maybe you know what it tasted like. It's going to scratch that itch a little bit.
And I guess, but
like I think like ultimately having these options is never a bad thing.
No,
We've so much
definitely
processed
not.
fucking garbage.
Yeah,
like the single sliced cheese can barely be considered cheese, but some people like it and they love it on burgers. Don't know why. It tastes good. I don't know how they figured it out, but it does.
Yeah, I mean, like, this isn't me trashing, like, everyone who makes the choice who want to go vegan, because there are, like, plenty of reasons to want to go vegan.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately healthier, probably, than me.
I mean, you know, probably
healthier, probably.
You know,
like at the end of the day, it is your choice if you want to, and I'm just totally fine with that.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
if
just
it makes you happy, then that's
which
cool.
is, I think, the big reason a lot of people don't is not because of an environmental choice or any ethical choice. People, like, if it's convenient and if, you know, it's not, the mentality is now that a lot of vegan stuff is done as a replacement to things people already used to, as opposed to just, hey, this stuff tastes good by itself, like in terms of like coming into it with like an open mind. You know? And I think that's the biggest image thing that these kinds of different diets have right now, which is to convince people over, you need to convince them to replace what they have in their diet now and kind of use a substitute, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Whereas for me, I would be very happy to be vegan or vegetarian if I just had really good tasting food and I just didn't need to think about, if I had enough good tasting food that wasn't meat based, I wouldn't miss the burgers, you know.
Yeah,
because I would have enough things in my diet, you know.
I like fish a lot, though.
Fish is great. Fish is great, you know.
And we're not even remotely close to getting like fish textures replicated. Like burgers, they've been focusing so much on meat.
Sure.
It takes so much to replicate meat, you know.
Yeah, but I think also it makes sense to try and replicate like beef specifically, because how much water and how much methane cows release and all that shit. So it makes sense.
Well, did you see that video of like there was like this vegan chef that tried to make like steak, but just frying a watermelon?
Yeah, I did see that. This is shit.
And she was like, yeah, this I tried. It doesn't taste like beef.
Dude, some fish, when you cook them right, taste like steaks.
Yo, like totally.
Have you ever had swordfish?
Yeah.
It tastes so good.
Hell yeah.
We had
tuna as well. Some tuna.
Some tuna steaks and like, you know, like salmon steaks and stuff like that.
What do you mean no? Some tuna steaks can taste like
Some tuna steaks can taste like meat.
Really good steaks.
Yeah.
I haven't had it.
You should stop.
No, tuna. They taste a bit tougher, but to say they taste like an actual beef steak.
Tougher? What the
No.
What the fuck?
As in like
That's
tougher
the one
compared.
word I wouldn't have expected.
As if like, okay, as in
tuna will not
as in like, you know, fish are normally like very like flaky and like they're normally very flaky, crumbly. Okay, that was the word I was looking for. Like tuna does not always have that consistency.
I like that.
But to say that it tastes like a beef steak,
you can cook a tuna that tastes as good as a steak, and like it can have the texture and like profile of a steak. You could do it. You could.
I disagree.
I'll take you to a place.
It's okay.
I know a guy. It might have
I know a place.
I know a guy. I got a guy.
The one thing is that it's just
never
okay. One thing, taste aside, it's just never as chewy as like a steak. That's one thing I've never seen like replicated in the tuna. And here's the thing.
hate that part.
Yeah, I hate the chewiness
I kind of
of
hate
steak.
the chewy part of steak.
Oh, it's fucking awesome.
No.
I want my food to be like a tire.
Yeah, I want to feel like I'm eating a rubber boot.
The perfect steak is when you like you chew into it a bit and then the like moisture just bursts out.
That's not what I like about steak.
You like have
my
like
least favorite part of
you have like the juiciness and the. Are you kidding me? What the fuck?
That is my least favorite part.
What do you mean that's
the
least favorite part of this? I'm sorry, I'm fucking spinning because I'm getting like
my
so passionate.
John, you're talking to someone who said steak is mid. All right, like you can't convince me.
The reason why Wagyu steak is the most top tier steak is because of the juiciness and the fat that comes out of it.
Yeah, but it isn't chewy.
Yeah, it's not chewy.
Wagyu is not chewy.
Okay, Wagyu.
The good thing about Wagyu,
no.
the thing that sets Wagyu apart from regular steak is the fact that it's not chewy
like
and it
bite.
melts.
It's done.
It melts on your mouth.
It's not
one
bite.
Like
a good piece of fish.
No. Every bite you take, it doesn't even feel like a bite because it's so tender, right?
Yeah.
Because it's so tender. That's the whole point of it.
So where does the chewiness come from?
You're saying you want chewy. I don't want chewiness.
No, chewiness, okay. When I said chewiness, it means like with a tuna, it just feels like it doesn't have that same kind of like, not toughness, but like it's what's the literal word I just used? Tenderness to it. I don't know. Like it feels like it just falls apart
No, I've had some tuna that is tender as fuck.
You can have some really like meaty boys.
Yeah.
Really good steaks.
Like some thick pieces of tuna. Yeah. Like, ooh.
You just get a lot of mercury.
And also the thing I just talked about, which is that kind of like juiciness and...
You get that? I'll take you to a place.
No.
I know a spot.
Okay, here's the
bro,
thing.
They do the
here's the thing.
tuna
Here's the
steak.
thing. Like, because like that fatty tuna does exist, but
It's not fatty. It's
No, we're talking like regular lean tuna.
Okay, lean tuna, like that has like a little bit more toughness to it, but it's nowhere near the consistency of the steak.
I'm taking you.
Even a very tender steak, absolutely no way.
We're all going, and I'm going to take you there, and we're all going to take a bite of this. It's amazing.
Easy.
It is expensive. It's like $40 for this bloody thing. But it's so good.
No, I'm not. Okay, here's the thing. I fucking love tuna steaks. Tuna steaks are great. That's not what I'm arguing here. I'm arguing like that you are saying that you've had tuna that tastes like steak, which is just
I have.
No, I'm taking you there. I'm shattering your worldview.
Talk to him.
When I get back from Vegas, if I have any money left,
every time I've had something that's a tuna steak, I'm like, this is fucking amazing. Is it an actual steak? Yes. No.
What if we just put it in front of you without you knowing it was tuna?
This would be so fucking easy. This would be so easy.
Because the draw of the tuna steak is that when you bite into it, like the crust is similar of that to a steak because they can cook it that way. They can get it really crispy. But when you get on the inside, it's really soft because it's tuna.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's really, really soft. You don't feel like the muscle fibers or anything.
I don't want to feel the muscle fibers. That's the worst part.
You get with the steak.
That's why I don't like steak.
With a steak.
That's why I don't like steak. I hate the muscle fibers.
That is the worst part of it.
It sucks.
When I bite down to like, I'm doing like a fucking Saitama force of like, and I can't fucking separate this meat. I'm like, Christ,
I hate that part of a steak. It's literally the worst part of the steak.
We agree.
Thank you very much.
No. That's how you know that it's a fucking steak. No. Okay.
I know it's a steak. I see it. Give me a good steak.
How'd you like your steak, Joey? How'd you like your steak?
Medium rare.
Medium rare. Okay. Yeah. You get like a small, like the best steaks is when that's like a good balance. Obviously, you're making it sound like a steak is fucking a blue steak, you know, where you're just like, yeah, some fucking reading a raw animal. Okay. No, like a good medium rare steak, you get a little bit of that. You get a little bit of like bounce back with like the chewiness and the fat and everything that comes out. And then it just goes down good. Tuna steak is just way too soft. You don't get that same resistance.
No, tuna steak is a steak that cuts out all the bullshit.
It's clearly not meat, okay? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, man. You got to take him to this tuna steak place, man.
I'm going to shut this man up.
We're about to lose a brother right here. Like.
You're wrong.
Fuck's sake, I need another beer.